Okay. So let's go over here. Mm, mm, mm. Play a little music. Mm. Oh, I thought my other song was over here. Guess it's not. But we're gonna go ahead and play some music still.
You talk in half-built sentences. I still catch every word you meant. You laugh before the joke makes sense. I'm already laughing too.
You leave your coffee on the roof.
I'm running out the door. You're proof.
Those tiny ways we come unglued all lead me back to you.
We know there's love like the back roads home. Every turn, every curve, we can drive eyes closed when the sky falls down and the world gets rough. We don't guess, we don't doubt. We know this love. We fight about the little things. Which side the silverware should be. If then you pull me in mid-sentence, mouth-to-mouth apology. I'm scared of all the what ifs. You just circle every will. You say we've already made it. Look, we're standing still. We know this love like the back roads home. Every turn, every curve, we can drive eyes closed when the sky falls down and the world gets rough. We don't guess, we don't doubt. We know this love. Could be rain, could be fire, could be lost, could be light. Every version of forever, I still choose your side. Hands shaking, heart steady. We don't have to prove enough. Every breath just keeps on saying, we know this love. We know this love like the back roads home. Every scar, every story, yeah, they brought us close when the night runs long and the days feel tough. We don't guess, we don't doubt. We know this love. We don't guess, we don't doubt. We know this love.
All right, hold up, hold up. It's gonna play it again. Give me a second. Let me turn it off. We don't automatically stop it. So give y'all a little clap there. Okay. That comes from our Rooted and Rising radio. Okay. Hello, hello. Hey, you guys were over. I gotta look at you from another. Hold up. Give me a second here. I got to do something here while we're waiting. Okay, so I need to go into my other. Let's see. How can I do this? Switch over to my other channel over here. Mm. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. Give me a second here. There we go. Okay. There we go. Mm, okay. I'm just. Oh, I had to find me. Okay. Yeah, I had to find where I was at. I got lost. Okay, so now I can see you guys. All right, so welcome, welcome, welcome over here. Legacy Liftoff series. We have been working this series for a minute here. And I'm excited. Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you, Miss Kathy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Miss Latasha. My sister said if she get an opportunity, she's going to come and hang out with us too. So, as you know, we are in the midst of, we're on chapter 9 of our ebook. You guys know the, let me see if you saw the uh, title of the ebook. This ebook, see, I said we've been doing this hard, man. You guys, we've been, the other one, the next one is gonna be real good. And I hope you guys are enjoying these ebooks. On the next one, on if you are available for our April the 6th, first Monday, you will get a copy of the new ebook. So, because we're going to really be working in that one. Okay, so this is the title. I don't know if you guys can see my screen. Let's see. I don't even have it on there yet. Um, let's see if you can, let's go back over here and we're going to share the screen real quick. Okay, so this is the title of, let me see if you can guys can see it. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so as you know, this is the title of the book we're working in now, and we already got all the way on to chapter 9. Now, remember, April the 6th at 7 o'clock is our first Monday Legacy Liftoff series for that day, for the month of April. Okay, so that's going to be April the 6th. I'm going to make sure I get all the notices out because I haven't been doing that. I've been really kind of laid back on stuff, but I'm going to get into really working that. So you will get a copy. If you come in, I will definitely get you a copy of the new book that I showed you guys already. Okay. You will definitely get it at the end. I'll show you what the book looks like. And I think I put it on my Facebook page too. So you'll get a copy of that book and we'll be going through that book. And anybody who wants to purchase this book, you can go on my website. This one's on the website. You can't click my wings website. The new one I haven't put on the website yet. So I will be putting it up probably sometime this week. So this is called Empowerment, the Melanated Woman's Playbook for Time Management and Leadership. So we have gone deep into this, deep dive. I'm not going to make you do any homework with this one, but the next one we will be doing homework for sure. So we are already on chapter 9 of this. We've done so well, you guys, on these series, and I'm so happy that you guys think that this stuff is interesting. Like I was saying this earlier, you guys, you know, I had my activist hat on earlier. Thank you guys for tuning in to that live I did earlier. So I am very much so into us, about us. As you see, majority of anything you see, it got black folk on it. I'm just about my peoples. Nothing wrong with anybody else, but I am about my peoples. Okay, so we just talked about self-care in chapter 8. Now we're in chapter 9. Chapter 9, let me make this big enough so I can see. We're going to be talking about, what did I do? Let me see. Yeah, that's what happened. Chapter 9 is talking about time, tools for time management. And how we're going to use them. Okay. So, leveraging your technology. Okay. Your phones are so, hello. Your phones are so vital, and we don't realize how important our phones are. You know, we use them for talking on, watching movies and stuff like that. But these phones are packed. For what you pay for a phone, you should be able to do everything with it because it's nothing but a miniature computer. So when you have all the tools you need on your phone to create the time blocks, the time management, your schedules, reminders on it. Use it. Okay. That's what technology is for. That's what your phone is for. It's not just to talk on. It's literally a computer. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get deep into this. Not going to keep you long. Okay. I promise you guys. I think y'all have heard my voice enough for today. All right. So tools for time management. Effective time management is paramount for melanated women in leadership roles and entrepreneurship. Okay. The right tools can transform how we organize our days, helping us balance our personal and professional lives. Now, by incorporating these tools, we can create systems that enhance productivity and empower us to achieve our goals. From digital planners, to prioritization techniques, understanding the different options available can significantly impact our efficiency. Now, when you talk about digital planners, I think they got some cute ones out there with some great apps for that that you can get. You can either purchase them or you can get them. You can either get them on your phone or you can get them on the tablet. You can have them on the tablet. Either way it goes, they're good, and they can signal you to let you know if something's coming up, like if you have an appointment or a meeting or a phone call you got to make. It literally helps you. So definitely, we can't complain about not having those type of tools available because they're there. So one of the most popular tools for time management is digital planner. These applications allow flexibility and ease of access, making it simple to track tasks, set reminders, and visualize our schedules. Very much so. So for us, who often juggle multiple responsibilities, digital planners can serve as a central hub for coordinating work commitments, family obligations, and self-care activities. Yes, 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 yes. The ability to sync across devices ensures that we stay organized no matter where we are. You guys know the Google Calendar. You can sync that with everything. So I can look on this phone, or I can go on my computer, or I can pull out my laptop, or I can do my tablet. They're all going to be the same. That's what I like. That's one of the things I like about Google, and also with the emails. You can do the same thing with your emails. Another useful technique is the Pomodoro technique. Remember, we went over the Pomodoro technique, which involves working in focused bursts followed by short breaks. Okay. This method can help prevent burnt out and maintain high levels of productivity, particularly for women, female entrepreneurs who may find themselves overwhelmed with tasks. Yes, yes, yes. So by breaking down working to manageable intervals, we can enhance our focus and make significant progress without sacrificing our well-being. Now, I want to pull that up. I want you guys to see, there is a video I think I found. Either I found it on YouTube or I found it somewhere else. But we're going to pull that up real quick. Oh, okay, so here is the Pomodoro technique. Okay, so
is one of my favorite techniques to fight procrastination and maintain focus and productivity throughout the day. Stay tuned for tips on how to incorporate this into your study routine. What's going on, guys? This is Jay from medschoolinsiders.com. First, I want to talk to you a little bit about the history of the Pomodoro technique. So it was invented back in the early 1990s by Francesco Cirillo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. He named it the Pomodoro technique after the tomato-shaped timer that he used to actually track his work as a university student. Since then, this technique has gained much popularity in various productivity and self-improvement circles. So the theory behind it is that any large task or any series of tasks can be broken down into short timed intervals called pomodoros. Each is separated by a short break. This takes advantage of the fact that our brains have limited attention spans. So as to how to use it, the only item you really need is a timer. You can go old-fashioned or use your phone or computer with an app. My favorite app is called 3030 on the iPhone. It's my favorite because of its clean interface and customizability, thus making it easy to do the traditional Pomodoro or customize it to your liking. More on that in a little bit. So first, choose a task or series of tasks that you need to accomplish. Next, set the timer to 25 minutes. Continue to work on the task until the timer goes off. Avoid constantly checking the timer. Once the timer goes off, take a short break for 5 minutes. Get up during this time. Do not take the break at the same spot that you were working. I personally like getting up, holding a third world squat, stretching, moving around. Now is also the time to use the bathroom and grab a refill for your water. After 4 Pomodoro cycles, take a longer break of 20 minutes. Rinse and repeat. Distractions. During your Pomodoro cycles, do your best to limit distractions. The whole point is 25 minutes of intense focus. Don't be checking Facebook or Reddit or the Med School Insider's website on and off. Focus on the task at hand. So I personally put my phone on either airplane mode or do not disturb mode, but be careful because do not disturb mode can actually affect the notifications on your timer app if you are using your smartphone app. If someone else comes knocking for help, use the inform, negotiate, callback strategy, which was suggested by Francesco Cirillo himself. So inform the distracting party that you're in the middle of something, negotiate a time when you can get back to them, and call back when your Pomodoro is complete and you're ready to address their need. When to use it. I only found out about the technique in medical school, and if you've checked my first video ever, link above right here, then you'll know that it is one of the key strategies that I wish I started using as an undergrad in college. So I often use this when I can't get myself motivated to study for a subject that is either particularly dull or boring. So anyways, I get my Pomodoro app started and I tell myself I just need to do 1 cycle of 25 minutes. By making this commitment small to just do a small amount of work, it's easier to get started. And once I've finished that cycle, it always feels less daunting as I've built momentum. At this time, it's usually not a problem to keep moving forward with my work. I've also found it useful for reading textbook chapters, going through my Anki deck, and getting started on background reading for research projects. Remember though that Pomodoro is ultimately a productivity system to serve you. Therefore, don't feel obligated to always take a break if you're in the groove. For longer days where you'll be studying for most of the day, such as the day before a final exam, I recommend you do take breaks as this sustains your stamina and prevents burnout. Sometimes though, it's best to just keep chugging along once you've built momentum. I often stop the Pomodoro app and continue my work without breaks when I'm either reviewing lectures or doing research, data analysis, and writing. So with reviewing lectures, I generally review 1 lecture, take a brief break after finishing the lecture, and then move on to the next. These breaks feel more natural to me than taking time breaks, but as always, figure out what works best for you. So going on to research. While Pomodoro has been conducive to background research reading for myself, I find that the writing and the analysis part of research requires prolonged periods of concentration, and therefore I prefer to not take the break after 25 minutes. At this time, I either modify my Pomodoro or I just go for long stretches without taking a break. So then going on to modifications, again, because Pomodoro is a template to help you increase your productivity, you may want to actually alter the timing scheme. So for some tasks, it may be best to alter the timing intervals from a 25 5-minute allocation, which is the default, to something like a 50-10. I've used the 50-10 minute intervals with good results. Figure out what works best for you. You can change it up however you please. Again, the 3030 app allows for flexibility in this regard and has a great interface. All right, guys, that is it for this video. If you found any of these tips helpful, please press the like button below. New videos every week. Hit the subscribe button if you have not already, and I will see you guys.
So now you understand how the Pomodoro theory works, and I hope it can help somebody using it. You can do it in. Okay. So using that, like break it down in 25 intervals, say washing dishes, cleaning up the kitchen, right? So if you're doing that, You make sure everything's done in those 25 minutes. If you don't need to go back to it, don't go back to it, but do everything you can in those 25 minutes. Take a break, and then go to the next thing. Like, for instance, tomorrow for me, I know everybody says it's a day of rest. Well, on Sundays is when I prepare myself for that next week. So what I'll do tomorrow is wash clothes, clean up, like clean the office, clean our bedroom, stuff like that. I'll have all those done. And I usually, because again, ADHD kicks in, I'm doing two different things at the same time, which doesn't help me. Doesn't mean that it doesn't get completed. It's just that I'm I'm overworking myself instead of just saying, okay, I'm gonna stay in the bedroom, wash all the sheets, replace the sheets, dust down stuff, put things where it needs to go. And then that's the first 25 minutes. And then I wash the clothes, put the clothes in the laundromat, do all that. I can do all that. If it's clothes need to be put away, all that in those 25 minutes. But I'm going to break between the first 25 minutes and the second 25 minutes. So by the end of the day, everything is done. I'm ready for Monday. In this office, dust everything down. Make sure everything looks good and go. I do my Florida water, which I don't understand. I do my Florida water. To keep the air in here clean, not the smell, but the air clean of negative energy. So it's nice and feeling good up in here when I'm in here, because I do a lot in here. So I make sure my areas, the space that I'm working in, is ready for this next week, right? Um, so I definitely want to share that with you on that one, okay? So let's do this. So let's get back to the book. Okay, so now that we know what the Pomodoro technique is, so in addition to these tools, creating a vision board can serve, okay, creating a vision board can serve as a powerful motivational tool. Now, I told you guys I do vision boards too, right? So I'm going to, well, I do miniature ones because I put them in my journal, okay? My vision board, let me stop sharing for a minute because I want to show you something. Let's stop sharing for 1 minute, okay? So, make sure you go. Okay, so this is my journal, and I actually create vision boards through my journal. So, here is one of my vision boards, okay, in my journal. I love stickers. Okay? So, this is going to be, this is what it looks like. So, this day, it was Friday the 13th, you guys, and I said, you will get everything. It says, dream, create, inspire. And it says, anyone can achieve infinite possibilities. Do what you love. Cakes and pastries, because I love cakes and pastries. Catching the sky in your hands, in my hands. That's another one. It says here, believe in yourself, right here. Believe in yourself. And then she says here, I am sure of my vision. So I put a little lady here saying, I am sure of my vision. So this is a vision board for that day. Now, let's see. Let's see if I have another one in here. I think that was one. Oh, here's another one. Here's another vision board that I put together. Okay. And this is my journal. And this only cost, was it $5.99? I think at City Trends. Yeah, it was $5.99. I liked it because it had a gold pen to come with it, and it had this right here. So I picked it up. And you can get journals anywhere, you guys. But I like this one, and I have everything on my desk pink, so I wanted a pink one. So yes. So I'm telling you, and this is just a regular notebook. This one was $5.99. You can find them $2.99, $3.99. You don't have to spend a lot of money on a journal. You really don't. Okay. You can get the other kind, the very expensive ones, because that's the one I had before. There, I had the what's the other one called that I had? Oh gosh, attraction, the attraction one. And I had that one. That one cost $32. I hadn't bought one like that again. So this is, I mean, this is what I messed up on that page. I put that too much. Okay, here's another one. Okay. So I make my own little vision boards in my journal, and it really does help me out. Okay. And it's nothing, let me tell you something, you guys. It is nothing to do this. It doesn't. Look, I think I showed you guys my other journal. Let me show you what my other journal looked like. This is what my other journal looked like. The one before I started, the pink one. This is what it looked like. It was a notebook, right? It was a notebook, a straight notebook. And it was broken down by the months. So each month had its own vision board. Let's see. Each month had its own vision board. So what I'm trying to say is this is not hard to do. You can find stickers all over the place. Okay? You can find stickers. I ordered me a budget book because I'm looking at my budget. Okay? Because I think that's very important. Having a budget planner. And it even has a place in here that you can do what's the name? A vision board. Okay? That's inside my doggone planner that I use. My budget planner. So what I'm trying to do, and I get excited talking about this because I know these things work because I use them and they definitely work. Okay. And I'm just wanting to share that with you guys because I think you deserve that information just as much as I do. It's out there. There's no need for us to hold on to stuff that's not ours. That's not mine. That could be anybody's ideal, right? That could be anybody's ideal. But yes, so a vision board is very, 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 very effective if you use it right. Like it says, it serves as a powerful motivation tool. By visually mapping out our goals and aspirations, we can keep our priorities front and center. This practice not only reinforces our commitment to our objectives, but also encourages us to allocate our time wisely, focusing on what truly matters. A vision board can be a daily reminder of our purpose and drive, making it an invaluable tool for time management. Lastly, it says establishing boundaries, okay, around our time is essential. Understanding that everybody shouldn't have access to your time, period. Okay. You should be able to pick and choose who has access to your time. Okay. Whether it's learning to say no or scheduling specific times for networking, personal development. Setting limits allow us to dedicate our energy to activities that align with our goals. Time management is not just about filling out calendars. That's right. It's about making intentional choices that reflect our values and ambitions. By embracing these tools and techniques, melanated women can lead with confidence and clarity, ensuring their time is spent meaningful. So maximizing productivity with apps. So how do we do that? So in today's fast-paced world, maximizing productivity is essential, right? Is essential, excuse me. Especially for melanated women. It says the right apps can streamline daily tasks, enhance focus, and ultimately lead to better time management. By leveraging technology, melanated women can find the tools that cater specifically to their unique needs and challenges. This not only boosts efficiency, but also empowers them to achieve their goals with confidence. One of the key advantages is using apps is their ability to organize tasks, schedule effectively. For instance, task management, time management apps allow us to create a to-do list. Yes. Set deadlines, prioritize activities. This level of organization helps melanated women maintain clarity in their responsibilities, ensuring that important tasks are completed on time. Additionally, many of these apps often reminders and notifications, which serve as a gentle nudge to keep them on track throughout the day. So, say you're using the Pomodoro task, and you're actually having it set up in your set up in your phone, where every 25 minutes you got something else. You have 25 minutes, and then after that 25 minutes, you have a 5 or 10 minute break or 15-minute break before you start your next task. Your timer is going to let you know, and it's also going to remind you, hey, you got a doctor's appointment today. Hey, you got to file all that paperwork today. It's going to let you know all that. So yes, it is very vital if you really, really want to stay on task and stay focused and making sure everything that you need get done. You might need to have those take advantage of those apps. Okay. Another significant benefit of productivity apps is the ability to foster collaboration and communication. For melanated women leading teams or working with clients, apps that facilitate seamless communication are invaluable. Yes. Tools such as project management platforms. I don't know if you guys, if you're on YouTube, you'll see this commercial that comes on, talks about Monday. It's called Monday. Well, that's one of those type of that's one of those type of apps that they have, or platforms that you can use. Messaging applications can enhance teamwork, allow for the sharing of ideas and resources in real time. This interconnectedness not only aids in completing projects efficiently, but also fosters a sense of community among melanated women in leadership, encouraging support and mentorship. Time management techniques tailored for melanated female entrepreneurs, can also be greatly enhanced by the use of apps. For example, data analytic tools can provide insights into how time is spent across different tasks and projects. Now, by understanding their productivity patterns, these entrepreneurs can make informed decisions about where to focus their efforts. This self awareness is crucial to optimizing work habits and ultimately leads to achieving a better work life balance. So, if you're using any of these type of apps, platforms, tools, after a while, you'll get used to it, but they'll also start to work with you. So it's not always you setting up everything. Sometimes they already know what they need to do because you've already got it in there. So the reminders are so on point. You have Series. What is the other one? Alexa. You have all these different things that you can use that can remind you of stuff you need to get done. There's a report that is due today, and it'll give you a time and say today is such and such report. So you have all the things you need. So there's no need for us to be very much unorganized. Really, it's not now, not in today's time. Not being organized, not staying on task. There's no really need for us not to do that because there's too much out there that we can use to keep us on task, doing things on time, meeting our deadlines, getting us to the point where we're focused, clarity on the things, making sure you understand what you're doing. The even ideal of collaborating with a team if you have a team. And I just mentioned one of the software platforms is called Monday, that you can get. And it's for working with teams, doing a project with teams, scheduling things, talking to people. It has all those types of tools that you can use if you were working with a team. Lastly, the journey of maximizing productivity with apps involves continual learning and adaptation, right? As technology evolves, new apps emerge that may offer even better solutions. Um, Women in leadership roles should remain open to exploring these innovations, ensuring that they are always equipped with the best tools for their success. By embracing the power of apps, They can not only enhance their productivity, but also inspire others in their community to do the same. Because again, you're mentoring a person that's working up under you is learning how you value your time and how you manage your time. And they see the things that you're using, the tools that you find that work for you. Doesn't mean all the tools that you use is going to work for them, but at least they'll have something they can start off with. And if it doesn't work for them, they can always change up. Automating routine tasks. Yes, yes, yes. In today's fast paced world, automating routine tasks is essential for women and leadership roles in entrepreneurship. As leaders, time is one of our most valuable resources, and learning to automate repetitive tasks can free up significant time for the most strategic initiatives. By embracing technology, we can streamline processes that otherwise consume our energy and focus, allowing us to dedicate ourselves to what truly matters in our work and lives. So, having some things automated that are automatically going to start happening or automatically going to take place, it definitely frees you up of a lot of things. So, one effective way to start automating is by identifying tasks that are repetitive and time consuming. So once you identify those things that you do all the time, and it takes a while for you to do them, you want to start with those first. So this could include scheduling appointments, managing emails, or tracking expenses, right? With various tools available, such as scheduling software, project management applications, these tasks can be handled efficiently with minimum human intervention. By prioritizing automation, we not only enhance productivity, but we also cultivate a more balanced approach to our leadership roles. Now, I want to keep this in mind, you guys. We're talking about entrepreneurship and leadership and working for companies. I'm talking also about your everyday lives, okay? Being able to use time management in your everyday lives because it will spill over into your work life if you're working in those type of areas. Because you can be a mess at home, but you might be proficient at work. You can be proficient at home, but a mess at work. So you got to figure out what's the balance. Where do you want to come home to chaos and then get up early in the morning throughout the chaos and then get up and go to work in chaos? That's not going to work. That's going to drive you crazy. So you want to have a balance. You want to have your work life kind of match your your regular life, your work life and your home life to kind of balance. So when you come home, it's smooth sailing. When you go to work, it's smooth sailing. You have a balance there, and that's so important, right? Moreover, integrating automation into our routine can significantly improve our decision making processes, right? By relying on data driven insights generated through automated systems, we can make informed choices with confidence, right? This shift allows us to step back from the mundane details and focus on strategic planning and relationship building, both crucial aspects of effective leadership. Ultimately, automation empowers us to lead with clarity and purpose. Okay, so let's see here. Yes, but when a woman no longer cares, oh yeah, work is home front. Yeah, so you have to find a balance. That's right. You need to find a balance in that. And I know um, that sometimes can be a problem. But in order for your life to work out, for all parts of your life to work out, you've got to find a balance. You've got to find a balance in everything. So it's also important to consider the emotional aspect of um, automating our tasks. Many melanated women find joy in the creative aspects of their work. By automating tasks that drain our energy, we can create a space for creativity and innovation to flourish. This not only enhances our professional satisfaction, but also inspires our teams and communities, showcasing the vibrant potential of melanated women in leadership. So even in the community, when you're working in different organizations and you're facilitating things, all of that plays a big part in what you need to do in order to stay focused on all levels, on your house, when it comes to your home, when it comes to your work, and when it comes to the community. And then also keep in mind, you're also mentoring people and you don't realize you're doing it. You don't necessarily physically have to mentor them. People watch your actions, people watch what you're doing. People see that you have time, how you match your time up, how you do things. People are watching that so that they might want to emulate you in that way. That's important. And that goes back to being mentors, showing people how efficiently their time can be. And now let me say this, it doesn't work on everybody. Everybody might not be able to do that, but I'm quite sure there's some pieces that people can take from that and actually use it. So in conclusion, automating routine tasks is a transformative strategy for melanated women who fit the bill of being entrepreneur leadership or just everyday people. Okay. By leveraging technology to manage our time more effectively, we can reclaim our focus and energy to the pursuits that ignite our passion. So now today, if you have everything scheduled, everything put in place, everything's happening the way they want to, now you can sit back and you can enjoy something you love to do. Maybe read a book, maybe crochet, maybe knit, maybe just a drink or wine and whatever it is that you want to do, you have time to do it because everything's been done in time. And you know what, that is so crazy, because when I do mine and I stop at 5, because sometimes I'll work late in the night, if I stop at 5 o'clock, because I don't go to a physical job, if I stop doing all the tasks that I said I'm going to do and I stop at 5 o'clock, I'm like crazy because I don't know what else to do, especially if I get done early. I'm like, okay. And I have to force myself to come out of here because if I don't, I'll sit at this computer. So what I do is I get up, turn out the light, turn off everything, and come out of here. And I'll go up front and I'll sit and yammer with the husband, play with the dogs or whatever, and go until it's time to go to bed. So I kind of force myself to come away from here when I need to. Um, Not to say everything is perfect with that, with the way I schedule myself, but I get up. But it's just so weird because I'm so used to sitting here and doing one task after another after another. But at 5 o'clock, Monday through Friday, I close down shop. And it takes a lot for me to do that. So, but I do understand, I need to understand that I'm important. My time is important. And those tasks, if they're already done, then there's nothing more you can do. Just wait till the next day. So yeah, it's a lot of work, but it can be done. It's not hard. Okay. In conclusion, automating routine tasks is transformative strategy for women entrepreneur leaders. By leveraging technology to manage our time more effectively, we can reclaim our focus and energy for the pursuits that ignite our passions. Embracing automation is not merely about efficiency, it is about creating a legacy of leadership that empowers ourselves and those around us to thrive in a competitive world. Okay? So, tell me what you learned today. Somebody in the chat, tell me what you learned today. And did any of this actually help you? Okay? So, next time we come back, chapter 10, building a supportive network. That's going to be on Wednesday. I'll try to do it on Wednesday. We missed this Wednesday, and I apologize for that. Um, I think I was just kind of beat down a little bit. Energy drain. I have a lot of energy drains. I don't know where that coming from, but I'm having little energy drains a lot. So I got to figure out how I'm going to handle that. But yeah, so we'll start chapter 10 on the next go around. Let's see here. Awesome sauce. Yes, 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 yes. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah. Okay. So that is where we're going to leave off with right now. We will be back Wednesday. But you have to care because it's you. You got to care. Okay. So she said, work is balanced, but the home front is chaotic. So you have to find, okay. So you got to find a way of balancing both your worlds when it comes to work and when it comes to home. You've got to figure out a way to balance both of them because leaving calm and going to chaos is not good for the spirit. It's not good for the energy. It's not good for the emotional feelings that you have. You've got to find balance. You have to make your home life just as calm and sweet and gentle as you have your work life. There has to be a balance. You have to figure out what is that balance. Okay, you've got to figure out what do you have to do to create that balance, and only you can do that. Okay, you're the only one who can do that. Um, if work life is great, then guess what? Your other life is great. Okay. It definitely helped. I learned to set a timer to take breaks and not to stay in the same spot when taking a break. That's right. Get up, walk around, go down the hall. If you're at home, I mean, if you're at work, walk outside, get some fresh air, stretch. Okay. Go back and watch the video about the Pomodoro technique. It's on YouTube. Check that out. um, and it's not something that you can just all of a sudden do at one time. Take your time. Take your time. Get your home life in the same what. Okay, so let me say it like this. However you feel at work, you say your work life is balanced, right? Whatever feeling you get from your work life being balanced, that's the same feeling you need to achieve at home. Does that make sense? Whatever way you feel when you walk into your office at work, right? You come in the office at work, it's nice and clean, everything is in place. You already know what your schedule is going to be like, excuse me. You know the work that has to be finished, whatever you have to do. Create the same mindset that you have at work, create it at home. Okay? Okay. I work because I have to, but at home, I don't have to do anything. I come home and get in the bed and watch TV until I fall asleep every day. Okay. So you said it's chaos. So what's chaos? What is chaos about you getting off work, coming home and getting in the bed? What's chaotic about that? Tell me what you find chaotic, because you said it was chaos at home. I mean, at work is work balance is all right, but it's chaos at home. So what makes that chaos? Do you have to do any cleaning up? Do you have to put away anything? Do you have to any of those things? Okay. And believe it or not, whatever atmosphere you have at home, that's your atmosphere. Okay. So you have control over that. Okay, because the house isn't clean. Okay. All right. Now, good thing. That's what that will be chaotic. That will create chaos. You're correct, 100%. So why do you do what you do? You just explained to me that when you get off work, you go in your room, you watch TV, you eat, you watch TV and go to bed. Why is it that you do that? And what are you doing on the weekends if you don't work? I told you earlier that majority of the cleaning I do is on Sundays. I'm not saying anybody else use Sunday as a clean day, but I do that. I clean two rooms that I mainly are in all the time. And I will do this office and I will do our bedroom because I don't like going in my bedroom and I have clothes all over the place. I get up every morning and I make my bed. I don't put anything on the bed. If I want to go take a nap, I'll go take a nap or something like that. There's no clothes on the bed. It's quiet in there. It's nice. So when I'm ready to go to bed, it's nice and quiet in there. And the rest of the house is clean because my husband is very much so into doing that. He's a fanatic for some of that stuff. Oh, you have no motivation. Okay, I got you. Okay, so you have no motivation. So what motivates you to keep your office, your work life organized? What does that to make you do that? Okay. So you're saying with your lack of motivation, it keeps you in bed all weekend. Okay. So so do you want to achieve the goal of getting up and cleaning up and putting things in place? Do you want to achieve that goal one day? Right? You do, right? You want to be able to do that. So can you start small? And also, I'm listening to you say that. And what's happening too is there's might be some habits that you are holding on to, right? That keeps you from doing certain things, right? Because I'm around other employees in the time. Okay, gotcha. All right, so good one. Okay, so if you're in an area where there's other employees and you're in a tight space, why don't you imagine you doing that at home? Hmm? Why don't you imagine you're in a tight place at home and you need to keep it clean? Why can't you imagine that? Even though you are not, but imagine that. And it's your duty to keep your area picked up. Start small. Remember, we talked about, I don't think you were at my last class, Kathy. We were talking start small. Yeah, got you. There's no one, but and that's all right. That is all right. But if you find chaos and you're not cleaning up, you need to do this. Do small things. Okay. So on the weekends, instead of laying in the bed all day during the weekend, get up, and you don't have to stay up. I'm not saying stay up. Get up, time yourself 25 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Time yourself and do something productive in the house. Anything, just do anything productive. Dust the tables off. If a couple of dishes in the sink, either rinse them out and put them up or put them in the dishwasher. And then time yourself doing that. And when you finish with that little tiny task, see if you're prepared to do another tiny task. Do things small. Don't try to do the whole house in one weekend. Take your time and then get disciplined enough to go behind yourself if you make a mess. Say you cleaned up the kitchen, you did that, you put the dish in the dishwasher, and you just so happen to want a bowl of ice cream later on. So you go back in there, you get your ice cream. When you finish with your bowl, instead of sitting it in the sink, wash it out and put it up. That's a tiny task. And then look around your kitchen and see what else needs to be put in place. And if you feel like it right then and there, go ahead and do that task. Time yourself on that task. And then go to the next. And if that's all you want to get done that weekend, great. You'll feel better and you'll say, man, okay, so I can do this. But always find yourself going back and cleaning up behind yourself, putting things back in place. I am not, let me tell you something, and my husband will tell you, because my husband has a lot of experience in janitorial work, right? So with him having that experience in janitorial work, he knows how to clean things. He knows how to clean things a lot better than how I was taught to clean. Not to say that I was taught, to do the bare minimum, but he was taught to clean better because he had to, because it was his job, right? So a lot of things that he does, I don't do because he does it better. I don't say, oh, no, you're not doing that right. No, I let him do it because that's what he feels comfortable doing. I don't, when he does his cleaning up, that's what he wants to do. Fine. And I love it because it makes it easier for me when I go mess up. I know that, oh gosh, he just cleaned that up. Let me go in there. And because I'm sort of disorganized. I'm sort of a messy person to a certain extent too. So I'm learning too. So I'm not just telling you this just to tell you that, okay? I'm telling you that because I'm going through something. And when, let me tell you something too. When depression hits, depression is not our friend, okay? Depression is not our friend at all, right? So we get in these modes where we don't want to do anything. We don't want to clean the bathroom. We don't want to clean the showers. We don't want to do nothing. We just want to lay around in the bed. And then when we allow depression to have that much power over us, we'll never get where we need to go. We'll never achieve the goals we want to achieve. So we have to fight depression as much as we can. Okay? Hold on, I got to snap. I don't know where that came from. Okay. Okay. So we have to fight depression. We have to get in a battle. We got to get downright dirty with depression, okay? So that it will not take that away from us, right? So we have to be able to do that. Fight that depression. Believe it or not, I think we all have a time when we go through that and we don't, and it's all right. It's I don't want you to think that you have to do everything. It's all right. It's all right if you can't get everything done at one sitting or one take. It's all right. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you a half of a person. Okay? And it doesn't make you unworthy. Just when you get the time, take your time. And then if you want to, you can write things down. Now, let me tell you something what I found on TikTok. You know me, y'all. I'm a TikTok person. I found this on TikTok. Do you see what it says? ADHD cleaning. Okay? That's what I found. Now, I'm quite sure anybody could have done this, but I love it because it literally breaks down everything and they have it color coded. Okay? So, it says here your cleaning routine. Cleaning routine. Can you see that? There we go. So, you've seen that before? Okay? Yeah. So, it says on here, it says morning routine. What you do in the morning time, what you do in the afternoon, after breakfast, when it's just before you get ready to go to work, and your midday routine. If you're at home, we're not at home because we're at work, right? So when we come home in the evening time, we could do that. And then it has here before night, before you go to bed time. These are the things. So I'm gonna give you some things, right? So in the morning routine, make your bed first thing. Bathroom, quick clean, wipe it down. Scrub toilet, yes. Empty dish rack if you have to in the kitchen. Fold blankets, arrange furniture if you need to. One load of clothes in. Wipe down kitchen countertops. Sweep, vacuum, empty trash cans, and feed a pet if you have one. That'll be your morning routine. Okay. So after breakfast, if there's breakfast left, make sure to wash the dishes or load them into the dishwasher. Clean kitchen countertops, clean stove top, wash and rinse out the sink, keep the sink clean, sweep the kitchen floor, wipe down appliances like the toaster, microwave, and coffee maker, wipe down dining table, mop floor, and wipe appliances. If you have time for that, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have time during the week to do that. But again, on the weekends, you can do this stuff. If you're so busy during the week, you can't do it. On the weekends, you can. Waking up Monday morning and not having anything to do but sit down and eat breakfast or drink your coffee, listen to the news, read a book, or whatever before you go to work is a wonderful feeling. Okay. So if you're at home during the midday, wipe down surfaces in the living room, vacuum sweep living room and entryway. So you're not doing all this all at one time. You're doing it in segments, right? You put away books if you got kids' toys, dust chairs, tables, etc. Return items to their proper places. Put your books up. Put away towels and toiletries. Transfer clothes from washing machine to dryer. Fold clean laundry. Dust surfaces like shelves, picture frames, and electronics in common areas. Water plants if needed. Clean up any pet hair or messes in common areas, right? So tomorrow, that's my day. I'll probably do majority of this stuff that's pertaining to my area, right? Like for instance, my dogs come in here and they have a plaque that I use for them to lay on. So that comes up, that goes in the wash machine, and I wash. That's the day for all the washing to get done. Once it gets dry, after I've swept and put everything together, I'll put it back down. So that's for them because they come in here and sit. The only reason why they're not in here now is because we're live and they like to bark sometimes. So I try to keep everything in its place, right? And sometimes it's hard because you're doing 500 different things. But again, I said your bedroom should be where all the peace is, where you have good sleep, where you're comfortable. Now, I don't know if you guys believe in using room sprays, okay? Well, I believe in using room sprays. I in my bedroom I use lavender because lavender is supposed to make it nice and peaceful. There's another thing. Now, this is crazy. Instead of having a big, huge television in my bedroom, I don't. Okay. I'm either on my cell phone, to be honest with you, or I'll use my iPad. I don't have a big TV because it's not a distraction. So, and when it's time for me to go to bed, don't necessarily mean I'm going to bed, but I'll get in bed. And if I'm not sleepy, I will lay there and be on the phone, which I'm not supposed to because I'm supposed to be asleep. I get in trouble for that all the time. But I'm on my phone because I'll be looking at different things and I'm always studying stuff and I'm always listening to stuff and I'm always trying to learn something. So if something pops in my head, I'm going to go look it up while I'm laying there. So that's the only terrible habit that I have is my cell phone and watching stuff on my cell phone and actually not going straight to sleep. But my room is so peaceful. I don't have chaos in my bedroom at all. We don't have chaos in the room. We don't bring arguments in there. We don't do none of that. That is our peace right there. And like I said, I try to keep it managed, cleaned up. So when we go to bed, we're in bed. That's and it's wonderful that way. Okay. It just takes time. Okay. It takes time and you can do it. Okay. So let me finish this. So night before bed, wash dishes and load your dishwasher. Wipe down countertops, stove, fluff, and arrange pillows and cushions in the living room, right? Quickly write down the bathroom sink, countertop, and faucet. Hang up any clothes, fold it, hang up or fold used towels, right? Empty the bathroom trash as needed. Make your bed or straighten the covers. Put away any clothes or items left out. Dust surfaces like nightstands or dressers. Fold and put away any clean laundry that's been left out. Shake out clean doormats if needed. Rugs and stuff, clean them all out. Organize shoes and coats in the entryway. Keep it tidy. Organize charging cables and devices. Prevent clutter. Feed and water your pets and clean their dishes. So that's what you do all before you go to bed at night. Okay. This book is so great. Okay. It breaks down everything. So I'm quite sure you can find it somewhere else, but I found this on TikTok. Okay. And it breaks down if you want to do anything different in the back. You can set up your own, it tells you your kitchen supplies and all that. So that's all in here. Okay. So check that book out. Or you can create your own book. You can create your own book. Make your own book and print it out. Right? So there's ways that we can keep doing what we need to do. We just got to want to do it. Now I know the motivation. You have no idea, Ms. Powell, how many times it's been where I don't want to do anything. Don't want to make my bed. Don't want to actually get out of it. Don't want to sweep the floor. Don't want to mop. Don't want to do nothing. And we are entitled to those moments. Please do not think that you're not entitled to be messy. You're entitled to that. Okay? You're entitled to that. But then there has to come a time when you have to want to be yourself again. Okay? Because what depression does, it takes away from you. So for you to be yourself, and you'll be surprised once you get in the habit of getting up, making your bed, doing those things that you need to do, how much better you feel. Even when I'm in my worst feelings, I will get up and see my husband get up way earlier than I do. So he gets up, I will get up out the bed and I will make my bed. And I will, like if it's anything left around the room, I will pick it up. Okay. My shoes, your slippers and stuff, put all that stuff in its place. And I feel better when I do that, even when I'm in a bad mood, even when I'm not feeling good. I'll get up and do that. And I was like, yeah, I do feel a little bit better. And then I bring myself in here and do the same thing here. Make sure everything's in place here in order for me to have a good, productive day. Yeah, yeah. So you have to want to come out of that. Okay. You have to want to come out. You have to find something deep within you to make you want to come out of that depressive mode. You have to. And it's not hard. It's not hard. It might take you a minute, but it's not hard. You're talking to a person who deals with depression on a whole nother level. And you guys don't understand how you motivate me to keep doing what I do. Y'all have no idea. Because my husband will tell you, he will tell you, there are times when, because of, we allow our emotions, our negative emotions, to take over our positive emotions. Okay? So when we do that, that's where depression and all these bad feelings come from. And that's why it's so good to actually be authentic with yourself and say, hey, I do have a dark side. Hey, I do have a light side. And I want balance in both. Because it's not like everything is just going to disappear. It's not going to disappear. You're going to still go through those. You have to prepare yourself for those moments. And you have to be able to pick yourself up out of those moments and move on. We got a lot of life. We have more life ahead of us. Well, we have less life ahead of us than we have behind us. So we have to figure out how we need to enjoy this time. And when we allow our emotions to control and have that power over us, we'll never come out of it. We'll never find an ending. We will never find how to handle things because we're allowing our negative emotions or our sad emotions or our not feeling well emotions take over. They have more power over us than we do. So we got to conquer and we got to take back. Yeah, we got to take back our power. And that's what it is. You're welcome, sweetie. You already know. You already know, baby. Yes, it's a lot of work, but you can do it. And I believe in you. That's anybody who's listening to the sound of my voice. It's not easy all the time. It's not. I know it. Please do not mistake that. Oh, my life is perfect, perfect, perfect. No, you ask my husband. No, it's not. It's not. I have my moments. And when I feel drained, I won't do my shows. And I'll be kicking myself like, oh, I really need to do this show. But if I am not up to it, it's not for me to come in here and pretend like I'm feeling good and talking to you guys. That's me being fake. I'm not going to be fake. And I'm not going to give out that bad energy if I'm feeling that bad energy. It's not for me to do that. So I will not do a show. And I don't necessarily have to be mad at anybody. It's just those moments. Those moments. And sometimes we have to pause. I believe in pausing. I 100% believe in pausing. And everybody deserves a pause. Yeah. Everybody deserves a pause. And give yourself that. If you have to do it every day, give yourself a pause. If you don't have time to do it every day, do it every other day. But give yourself time to clear your mind. Count to 10. Think about something good. And then go on with the rest of your day. You know how I think it's Muslims that pray 3 times a day. I think they pray 3 times a day or 6 times a day. Do that with meditation. Do that with breath work. We talked about breath work on here, right? Do that. Take that time out. Walk away from your desk. Go get some breathing. We call breathing treatments. And then come back and finish what you're doing. What goes on in here, it rules everything. And if you have chaos in here, that chaos is going to come out in you. And you're going to take that energy and you're putting it all over the place. You're spewing that energy out, all that bad energy out. When all you had to do was sit back and, you know what, I'm going to take a moment. And I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to really, really, really. Thank you, baby. 5 times a day. Thank you. She says they pray 5 times a day. If you don't want to pray 5 times a day, meditate 5 times a day. If you don't want to meditate 5 times a day, do breathing techniques 5 times a day. Watch how things start to change. Okay. Yes, that's right. Take a time out. Take that pause. Step away from everything. Step away from your desk, step away from paper, step away from the phone, and just take that moment because you deserve it. It belongs to you. That's your time. And pause because life is so overwhelming and it's a lot. And Black women are taught not to say anything. They are taught to hold it in. They are taught to carry everybody else's load and forget about themselves. Well, I'm telling you, right here and now, you deserve to pause. I don't care what's going on, you deserve to pause. And I'm encouraging you to pause. I don't know, I don't care what it is. Stop. I don't care what's going on around you. They could be fighting, arguing, everything, but you step away from all of that and pause. Because I tell you what happens a lot of times when those things happen. There's a clearance that happens in your brain, a clarity that happens. And when your brain is clear and it can start understanding what's going on around you, you will definitely approach that situation differently. I promise you, you will approach that situation in, in a whole different way because you've given yourself time to step back and really think about what's going on. Because we can be very impulsive. We say things when we're angry. We lash out. We can do all those things. Okay, I'm not telling you you're a robot. You're entitled to the anger. You're entitled to the outburst, right? You're entitled to that. But I guaranteed you, if you find yourself pausing before those things happen, if you find yourself counting to 5, if you find yourself doing a breathing technique, I promise you they will come up less likely, that you will have them less than what you think you will. Okay? Yeah, can't be around too much noise. That's right. That's right. hmm So back yourself away from those situations. You'll see how much better of a person you'll be. How much better you can see. It's not about other people tolerating you, it's about you tolerating yourself. How much of you can you stand? You know what I'm saying? How much of you can you literally stand? So if you feel like I can't stand myself to keep doing all those things, then change it. So that's all up to you. Nobody else can do it for you. So I am going to leave you guys there. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys who participated. Thank you for hanging out with us here. You know, I love to say that word. Thank you for hanging out with us like we're doing the show. But thank you guys for coming in and listening. And I hope when I do these classes, I want you guys to take something away from this. Again, we'll be back on Wednesday. And then the next time we'll come, it will be Monday after next Monday. It won't be this Monday coming up. It will be next Monday because that's the first Monday of the month. Okay. You guys, I don't know if you know, I have a Substack page. You can also listen to some of my podcasts. I have a podcast I got going on for actually this same genre, same thing I'm doing over here. I also do that on my Substack. So you can listen to some of my podcast over there that I do. Sometimes I write and sometimes I'll do a podcast. So I keep in between that. That keeps me fresh. And also you can go to our radio station. It's called Rooted and Rising Radio dot, oh gosh, Airtime Pro. I couldn't even think what I was about to say. I should put it at the bottom. I'll put it at the bottom. You can go over there. There's music over there. The music you heard me start off with. It also is played over there. There's always new music coming out. I try to make as much new music as I can. And also there are we're working on getting all our talk shows together. Um, I haven't actually I probably haven't done enough promoting and pushing out for because I want other podcasts. I don't want to just mine be on there. I want others to go on there. Like we had it before. We had it set up that way before. So I'm going to be looking for women centered podcasts to be able to play on our radio station. So you guys have a variety of information that you'll be able to have accessible to you on Rooted and Rising Radio. Okay? So those are the platforms that I definitely want to be able to continue. I told you on Thursdays at 7 o'clock, we are on AOC, which is AOC .inc. It's AOCinc.org is the name of it. That is the Lafayette Public Assets channel that we do the Empower Her talk show. And we're actually in the other book that we did on here. So we're actually using that other book, but we're getting ready to switch over to the new book that we just got. So the opportunity of listening to or hear me yammering about that book is coming out too. So I want to say thank you guys for hanging out with us. We did good tonight, real good. Again, pay attention. Check out that Pomodoro technique for time management. Check out the different apps that you can use. I'm quite sure you use them on your phones. Check out what you have on your phone. Let me tell y'all something. I've had this phone for a minute, and there's a lot of stuff on here I have not even touched that I didn't know I had on there. So check out your phone. If there's any apps on there that you can download to keep you going, do that. Kathy, it's a great idea since you're starting small. Great idea to go ahead and you can set your timers on your phone to do different things. Keep your phone with you until you're done. Do tiny. And let me say this, Kathy, when you get ready to do that task, write down somewhere where you completed that task at, no matter what it is. Write it down so that can remind you. I told you again, get you something that you can write in. Okay? Get you something that you can write in. So when you finish with that task, you can put the date and time that you did that task and how long you did it for, what it was. And then you keep a running record. Once you keep going back and looking at, oh, wow, I finished that. Oh, wow, I did that. You'll feel better. I promise you, you're going to feel better. And I need you to let me know when you do that, how's it working? Give me a feedback on how it's working. And look, I say right here, it's okay to mess up. It's okay to mess up. Okay? Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay? And so let me make sure. Yeah. So here's another vision board I created. Okay? It says my growth journey. I don't chase, I attract. Queen energy, peace within, right? Start with a smile, love yourself. You got this. Encouragement. Never settle, right? Encouragement. So every now and then I'll go back and look through here and read some of these. Just when I feel the need or feel like I'm not doing enough or I feel like I'm not enough, I'll just go back through my journal and go back through some stuff I've already put in here. Right? So yeah, get you and then I'm telling you this, you don't have to get one of these. You can get a notebook and do the same thing. So take it little by little. If you spent 3 minutes on something, you got 3 minutes out the way. So yeah, just take your time. Okay. And if you want to, just put a reminder that you're going to do that task and complete it. You can also keep it in your phone. You don't necessarily have to write it down. You can keep it in your phone saying you completed that task. And then every now and then go back and look at it. Oh, I did it. And I promise you, little by little, it don't take much, just little by little, start to find yourself doing little tasks. Okay? Because I know it can be very overwhelming when you're dealing with depression. And when you're dealing with any type of mental illness, it does. It takes a lot. And we can talk about mental illness on here. I don't have a problem with that because I'm a big advocate of that. So we can definitely talk about that if we haven't already, and kind of give you guys some pointers. I am no therapist. I'm not a counselor. I am only a certified life coach. So when people ask me, "Oh, can you?" No, I can't do all those things. I am not licensed to do that. I'm only certified. There's a difference having a license and being certified. I have to tell people that sometimes. So I have my limits. But I will advise you if it's beyond what I can do, advise you to get a therapist, see a therapist, get a mental health professional involved. Okay? So I am going to let you guys go. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Dog, it's almost over with. You see how fast this day went by? Woo, this day went by real fast. So you guys have a great evening. Love you. We will get back here Wednesday. And then I said the first Monday is April the 6th at 7 o'clock. We'll be doing our webinar. I call it a webinar, but it's actually a class too. But it's the first Monday of every month we do that. Okay? So you guys have a great evening. And bye-bye.